I am late. Well, I mean, I started too, so I'm not that late by a ton of time. We're still technically early. I just set it on as I go and run around and take care of things. I'm going to just post that I'm streaming, and then we'll get started. A little early too. I think I was even later last time, so. We just grab the link, and then we'll be good. There. Oh, wait, I'm gonna make a community post, and then we'll be good. We can start. Who at me? Oh, I added everyone, I think. Unless I was dumb and I just added one person specifically. Okay. Okay, we're good. I almost closed out of the stream tab. That would have ended the stream entirely. Okay. We're gonna get started. Just have to start the game. I'll keep the music going while I do that. Oh. Okay. There we go. And then let's get the game running. So they just updated the game on Monday, which is really crazy because it's weird that I right when I started playing the game, they put out an update. Well, not right when I did. It was like 2 weeks later. Hello. Okay. I gotta grab my guide real quick. I can't remember what ending I was trying to do. Cause last time I got kind of stuck. I was trying to do a very specific ending and it just wasn't working, and I kept getting the cheating ending for some reason, which is really irritating. I thought they stopped updating it. Yeah, they did it on Monday. I've been seeing people make really funny stuff for the new update. Yeah, I made a video. I may or may not have uploaded a secret stream on my channel yesterday. It was crazy. Who would have thought that they updated the game and added a brand new ending? Available now. Anyways. Let's see. So I think I was trying to get Bomber Girl. Which is... See, I don't know if I'll get all the endings on stream because it is kind of grindy. So I think what I'll do today is... I'm just going to... I'm going to try a couple endings. Here I am in an hour. And if not... I have already unlocked the true ending. I think what I'll do... is just try my best to get every single ending I don't have. I have 5 more endings I have to do, and in an hour, if I'm not anywhere close, then I'm just gonna showcase the final ending. So did I do Internet Overdose? I did. Did I do Rainbow Girl? I did. There Are No Angels. Have I done that? I did that. Labor is evil. Needy girl overdose. I got that one. Catastrophe. Did I do that? Yep. Sorry, I've got to check which endings I've done. Since I've already beaten the game, I have all the achievements, so I'm not able to check like that way. I have to check by. I have a doc, like a Google Doc open where I wrote everything down. So let's see. I did Galactic Express. Okay. So I think, yeah, I'm trying to do Bomber Girl, which is kind of irritating to do. Where did my stuff go? Okay. I think we'll just start over here, and I know I had a really high stress. Okay. Okay. I think we saw this, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna skip through and skip this. So we need to get it to 120, and then it'll just randomly happen at night. Oh, yay! My silver award, having the most like horrific stream of her life. Okay. Oh, might be. Let's do. We gotta get that affection up, but we also have to get stress up. Let's see, what raises stress? I think it's posting. Yeah, this will raise stress, so we'll do freaky, and then we'll do the other one. Okay. Let's see. Lying around doing nothing and sleeping. That's so true. She's so real for that one. We'll do. Yeah, we'll do this one. Conspiracy theories. We'll just skip through. So yeah, the new update is okay. I do have to rant about the new update. It is kind of really irritating. So they released a video. Oh, you're fine. Okay, we're gonna do the wrong thing. No way. Well, duh. Oh, that was good. You're everything. Yeah, no. Maybe. Okay. Do your best. I forgot to start recording. Oops. That's fine. I keep thinking something's wrong with my monitor. I keep looking over and like, oh, I need to fix my monitor. Okay, yeah. So I have to rant about the update that they posted. So, they posted a video about the update, but the issue is that the update was in Japanese. The video was in Japanese only. So obviously you can't understand it if you don't speak Japanese, which isn't the end of the world. It is kind of whatever, but the issue is that I mean, they didn't translate. I don't think they translated the video. So then when they released the update, they released an Excel document, like an Excel spreadsheet, explaining how to do the how to use the update. Because it is kind of complex. It's kind of difficult to use. Oh, this lowers affection. We're not going to do that. It lowers it. Wait, what was I saying? Okay, so it's not easy to use. You need a guide to use it, basically. But the issue is that it was an Excel document, and usually when you're a company, everyone will have like all the Microsoft stuff, but obviously not everyone has that at home. Which is a big issue because, I mean, most people have people like normal people, and the type of people playing these kinds of games don't have really powerful computers or like Excel lying around on their computer, and like Microsoft Office and Suite, the whole Office Suite, which costs like hundreds of dollars. And people were trying to use like free, what's it called? You know, the free alternatives to Office, and you can't do that. So there's nothing you can do to get around it. So I was able to get through it. I don't own Office or Excel or anything. I had to use my university account. And they monitor that. So, I mean, I haven't gotten any emails yet. But it is very possible that someone from my university just saw, like, oh, yeah, this is what this person was doing with their account, is looking at random, like all of the sprites and everything, like, no idea what's going on. Oh, that... The struggles are real. Exactly. So I had to use my student account, and people are complaining about it for good reason. Because most people aren't that lucky. I feel like people are either younger or older, so they don't have, I mean, obviously they don't have like access to it. So yeah, I was able to do it, and there's no way once you start the customization, there's no way to quit and save it. You can't quit the game and you can't save it, so you're just stuck. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a rest. Like, I was working on it at night, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go to bed, and I woke up and it was gone. And then there's a reset button right next to the play button. So I reset it multiple times. I got done with the whole thing, and then I reset it, and I lost everything. I don't know why it doesn't give you a confirmation if you want to reset it, but it doesn't. So you just go back to nothing, and it's like I have to restart all the way back from the beginning. And it takes a while. It can be tedious. So yeah, that was my adventure with apparently it was a mod. I didn't know this game even had mods. Oh, what's this? I think this is the ending. I'm tired. I give up. Goodbye. Being strict for her sake is not the same as being kind to her. Bomber girl. Oh, that was it. This is the ending I was trying so hard to get last time, and just couldn't. Okay, just 3 more endings. Hello. I feel like I'm reliving, trying to use the GD editor? I don't know what that is. Okay. Currently looking through to see what endings I need. There are no angels. Did I do that? Yes. Labor is evil. Dark angel. Unhappy end world. Oh, I got that like first. Happy End World is one of my favorite endings in this whole game. You have to, for that ending, you have to, while you're getting, while you're getting the unhappy end world, while you load up the save for it, you have to like manually unplug your Wi-Fi. And if you can't just go out on like offline mode in on Steam, you have to actually like disconnect your computer from Wi-Fi entirely. So for me, I have a desktop computer and I have an Ethernet cord. So I wasn't able to just turn off Wi-Fi. I had to go and manually unplug my Ethernet cord in order to get that ending, which is so funny. And I think it's just kind of a perfect ending to this game. Oh, did I get Blazing Hell? I did. I just got Bomber Girl. Internet Overdose. Did I get that? I did. Did I get Rainbow Girl? I don't know what endings I'm missing. Nerdy Girl Overdose. Did I get that? Oh, Nerdy Girl Overdose. Oh, I got that. Never mind. Utopian Parody. I got that. There Are No Angels. I think I got that. There Are No Angels. Labor is Evil. I got that, right? Needy Girl Overdose. I got that. Catastrophe. Oh, did I get Catastrophe? I did. Never mind. I got Dark Angel. Unhappy End World. Okay. So I think really all that's left is Internet Runaway Angel, which is like you have to get max followers for that one. Yeah. So we'll just do 2 more endings and then I'm gonna say like that's it. So I know it'll be a shorter stream, but we have to do an entire an entire cycle. So we'll start from this save file and start from the beginning. Okay. I think we start on day 2. There. Okay, here's what we do. We, okay, so there's a very specific thing you have to do. You have to sleep until tomorrow. Ignore this. Sleep until tomorrow. I'm surprised they haven't fixed this yet. So sleep until tomorrow. Then you read these. Okay. Did I mess up? Oh, I messed up. We gotta go bald. Okay. Sleep until tomorrow. Oh, might be hit my mic. Oh, what did I do wrong? I don't remember what I did because I was able to do this like perfectly on accident. Like my last stream. Okay, we'll try this again. So immediately sleep till tomorrow. And then, or I could break you myself. There we go. Now we do hang out. We do spend time together. Okay. There we go. I got it. Yeah, gamer moment. Okay. Now, video stream. Then we do... Dreamt that this bear... I've never seen this before. Dreamt that this bear suddenly attacked me, and when I killed it, it ripped it open. You were inside covered in blood, and I was like, oh, I need to hold a funeral. And when I went online to ask people how to do a funeral, they all started bashing me. I've never seen that tweet before. What was I just doing? Completely lost my train of thought. Okay. We need to do nerd talk. We'll just skip this. We've seen this, I think, a lot of times before. That stream editor thing was really interesting because it made me realize there's a lot of streams I haven't seen. There's like a stream where K-Angel meets like a fan. I've never seen that one before. Okay, so day 3 we need to do Dinder. That's not. And then we do ASMR 1. Sometimes you just need to know how to prepare a funeral. Why are they bashing her? Exactly. They just hate K-Angel. People on the internet just do that sometimes. Okay, someone thought I was in high school yesterday. Fun fact, I was like getting my first pair of headphones when I built my computer back in 2020, and I was trying to get like surround sound headphones, and the cheapest ones that were also good were these like gamer girl cat ear headphones. So I was really about to just be like, I mean, it is financially like a good idea to get these type of headphones, so I might just have to do it. I found one for about the same price, which is a little better, that I had for years, that I use instead. But yeah, I could have gone down a very different path of having the gamer girl pastel pink headphones. These are a scam, by the way. Don't buy the gamer girl like headphones and stuff because they're just the same. They're just worse. I got jump scared by an ad. Let me see. Let me see if I can do something about that. It's only supposed to play every. Oh, it plays every 30 minutes. That's why. Okay. I don't know how to fix that. Okay. See, the thing is, I just want people like the ads to work. I just want it so that YouTube added a thing where they'll play ads in the middle of your streams, but I don't want that to happen. I just want it to play when you join the stream, and then that's it. So when you click on it, you'll watch an ad, and that's all. I don't want it like play in the middle of the stream every time. So I think it plays every 30 minutes. That's as much as I could delay it without turning it off entirely. What was I doing? It's day 3. Oh, we do ASMR. I'll just skip through this. Okay. Q&A. Day 4 is spend time together. I've been getting one every 5 minutes? Let me see if I can fix that, because that should not be happening. I definitely didn't set it like that. Because, yeah, they used to just, like, not... Well, I don't think there was any ads before. Yeah, it says scheduled every 30 minutes. See, there's no option to, like... Okay, there's a button I can press here to pause all ads. So I'm just gonna have to keep going back and pausing ads. See, I miss when YouTube would just... I miss when YouTube would just like, oh hey, by the way, here's Just watch an ad at the beginning and that was it. I haven't talked about this on YouTube yet, but they actually removed my monetization. Not for any specific reason. I didn't do anything wrong. It's just that I stopped uploading for 2 years. So they just stopped, they removed monetization. You know, which is a shame. I just got it back this week. I think like 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago. It was been like 6 or so months that they removed it, and then I finally got it back. So I'm still trying to get used to like the monetization and how it works nowadays, because it's been so long. So yeah, I'm still getting used to it. So there is an ad button, and then there like so I can manually play an ad, and then there's a pause ad button. If it's getting too intrusive, you can try out, like, if you have a computer, like, use ad block. I know YouTubers, that is crazy for a YouTuber to tell you, yeah, if you're getting tired of ads, use ad block. Some people will get mad if you use it on their video. You have my permission to use ad block on my videos. I'm not telling you to, because I think YouTube might get mad at me. But if you use it on my videos, I won't be mad. I understand. Okay. Oh yeah, ASMR 2 is my favorite stream. It's the lobotomy stream. It's so funny. Okay, so you ignore this text entirely. Learn the hard way. Don't respond to her. This is how I look in real life, by the way. Do I have the sound on this time? Okay. Last stream I forgot to turn my sound on. Say Chi-chan can see this. Hi, Chi-chan. Okay, day 5. Okay, now we do the sexy stream. This does kind of kill your affection, so you do have to be careful about it. Oh, I thought it froze. She was just staring at me. That has happened before during streaming. Okay. Okay, day 6. Yeah. This is my favorite track in the game, by the way. I love this one. Okay. It's time. We gotta get freaky. Sorry, guys. Okay. Now we do... I want to get high. No drugs. No drugs. And then we'll do Inner Angel. I don't remember this one. Hello, you pure cinnamon roll uwu bean nerds. Did they add new art? Maybe they added new art in this this update too. I got DM'd about. Oh yeah. I was always checking my bedroom door when this game was freaky. Yeah. I relate. That is so true. Like just getting a text and it's like, oh yeah, yep, okay. At least in fun fact if you didn't know, in Japan you cannot show, in video games you cannot show like explicit nudity, or explicit nudity or dismemberment in video games. So that's always like, because they definitely, like, in Japanese games get like kind of freaky. Like if you ever played any of the Yakuza games, they can get very inappropriate, but they never show anything, and it's because they legally can't in Japan. So it's interesting seeing games come to Japan, like Cyberpunk or the Witcher games. Those have to get heavily censored whenever they come over to other countries. Okay, we're doing conspiracy theory. Okay. Reached 100K. Yippee! Okay, day 8 is... I gotta get freaky again. Sorry, guys. No, it's all cool, guys. They're just playing rock, paper, scissors. Mine is a secret. this is one of my favorite texts. I'm trying to make that shoop noise. Shoop. I can't make it either. Okay, then we do Inner Angel 2. Okay. Oh, they're so cute, just like you. Oh, you're so sweet. Never mind, I'm cuter anyway. I love that one. Let's see. So we're gonna do Dinder. That's me IRL, by the way. I am the gorilla. I was really about to go gorilla mode. I was about to start pounding my chest and everything. Started like, ooh. Okay. ASMR 3. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah, 250. Okay, it's going good so far. It's going good so far, so we're gonna do day 10. We're gonna video stream. Yes, using the Netflix. And then we hang out. I'm being committed today. Wish you could hold my hand through this. That's so true. Day 10 is video stream, then spend time. Bought cake. You have plans to make longer videos? Yes, I do. So the next video I'm making, I'm calling it "You Cannot Save Her." It is a collection of games that I'll be talking about where, on the surface, they seem like usually a girl with some sort of condition, like mental health condition. And there's a lot of games out there where it's like you're supposed to swoop in and save the day and like save her, so to speak. But these games specifically, you cannot save them. Like your influence is, you will only have a negative influence, and there are no really happy endings. That's the games I'm talking about. So this is one of the games I'm going to be talking about. If you ever heard the milk outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk, is also a game I'm going to be talking about. I haven't played it. I'm not planning on playing it. But a game I'll talk about is, what is it called? It has a long title. Kimi to Kanajo to Kanajo no Koi, or You and Me and Her. Or short, it's Totono. I'm not gonna play it, but it's I'm gonna talk about it, because it's very similar to DDLC. If you ever played that, people say it copied DDLC. I can't find any evidence for that the creator of DDLC ever knew about Totono. I can't find any evidence, but it is just kind of a more intense version of DDLC. That's the best way to describe it. Just found another random stream. Hello. That was. Every time somebody walks in and like joins a stream, it's always like the worst time. So, hello, welcome. Let's see, day 11, Inner Angel 4. So yeah, my next video is I'm still in the scripting phase. I take a long time with intros. Intros are very difficult for me. because they are the hook for your they are the hook for your video, and it determines whether or not people. I actually thought you had more subs, you know. Oh, I mean, I just got 2,000 like yesterday or the day before, so I'm really happy. I just hit 2,000 subs. I think a lot of people are also thinking I have a lot more subs than I do, because like I got a lot. You seen the type of, with like video essays? I just started actually. My 2 weeks ago was my first video essay. Really, technically, I made one like 6 years ago, maybe. Technically, I made one like 6 years ago. It wasn't very good. It was I don't recommend looking for it, but that was kind of my first one. But no, my one on anti-visual novels really was my first video essay, and that's what I want to do in my future is video essays. Excuse me. So that's what I want to do later, and that's what I've been wanting to do for a long time with my channel since I started. Really, I started 2018. So how long is that? 6 years? Yeah, 6 years ago is when I started. Oh, thank you, the anti-visual novel ones. Thank you. I'm really proud of the editing in that one. I switched editing softwares recently. And it's just so much more robust. And oh, there's a car outside. Please tell me it's not picking up on my mic. I have my windows open because it's kind of hot. It's kind of cold outside today. What was it saying? Yeah, so I switched editing softwares. I was able to do. It was able to keep up with me. Is what I think. Like, my brain was able to. I always have like a lot of jokes in my head that I want to like do and like talk about, but I was never able to really pull it off. But I think I pulled off pretty much all the jokes I wanted to in my last video. So that's kind of the what's it called? That's kind of where I want to go with my future. But I am a little worried about like, can I still hit those same highs that I got last time? Is it still possible to hit those same like comedy? Because I have a lot less jokes this time around than I did last time in my last video. There's only like two pages down so far, I think. But yeah, so I'm still working on it. I'm still like, my thing is like, I just kind of, somebody I know, like my sibling actually was talking to me, and they watched my video and they're like, yeah, it's like, it was like talking to you in real life. Like, that's how your video was like. It's like you just talking to me, and that was exactly what I wanted the video to be like. Like, just me talking to a camera, basically. Not camera, a microphone. Just being very candid, talking to a camera, into a microphone, and I've always had a hard time doing that. So that's what I would like to do in the future, and with my channel. So yeah, I know that was a huge like tangent. Wait, day 14. Yeah, it's been getting popular. I think like around 2020 is when that sort of content started to get more popular. I'm definitely not the strongest writer. Yeah, I'm definitely not like the strongest writer in the world. So that's like, that's why it's kind of hard to do very serious things, which is also why my video wasn't intended to be a critique. A lot of people took it as it, and that was not my intention. Because it's just me kind of talking. Like, I just kind of talking to a microphone. I just have to make sure everything is written down properly. And if you compare my voice from my last video to my older videos, like from like 2 years before that, my voice was a lot more quiet. Like, I didn't want anyone to hear me. And I feel like my voice is a lot more confident now. And I think it's just because I'm older too. So I'm just able to be a lot more confident. But it takes a lot. It's taken me a lot personally to get over the barrier of I'm talking and putting this on the internet for everyone to hear. So, you know, if anyone wants to get into content creation and stuff, just, you know, just jump into it and do it, really. Okay, give me head pats. Okay. We need to do... Oh. We'll be nice. Okay, day 15, video stream. Okay, then we're gonna do spend time, right? Yes. No, yeah, spend time. The guide calls it cuddle, so I got confused. You're so nice. When you get big, I bet you don't become controversial. I'll try my hardest not to. Thank you. Hold on. Hopefully it doesn't play an ad. Delay ads. Okay. Hopefully that didn't just play an ad. It's like 2 a.m. where I live. Oh, it's 2 p.m. where I live. So yeah, that is crazy. It's like a 12-hour difference. I try to stream around this time because I do have a lot of people that watch me that aren't from... I'm in the US, so most of the people that watch me aren't in the US. So I try to stream at this time because it's usually a bit better for them. Because by the time it's later for me, like 6 or 7 p.m., it's usually the middle of the night for most other people. So that's why I usually aim for this time. So I've gotten like people from Brazil, people from like Poland before, and it's always so cool to talk to people from like other parts of the world. Instead of like if I stream at a usual time, it's like, oh yeah, it's usually they're like, oh, it's 2 p.m. It's 2 a.m. right now, and it's only like 7 p.m. for me. Let's see. Okay, we gotta do Sexy Stream 3. Fun fact, I don't know if it is anymore, but the term popsicle is actually trademarked. So they have to get around it. Like, if you ever played Persona 4, they call them topsicles, which was so funny when I first played the game. I'm like, what is that? What does that mean? And then I looked it up. Oh yeah, the term popsicle is apparently trademarked. Yeah. Well, duh. Yeah. And then your face. Then, of course, you're allowed. Yep. Yes. Yes, I really love you. Live as the inner angel. There you go. I can do that so well now because I've done this so many times. Let me see how many hours I have in this game at this point. I can't check, but yeah, I've got to have more than like 30 hours. 24 hours. 24.8 hours. Which is a lot for... Oh, let your hair down. Please let your hair down. Ame. Okay. Hear me out, okay, guys? Hear me out, okay? Hear me out just this once. Okay, just hear me out just this once. She is really pretty with her hair down, okay? I'm be honest, okay? That's all I'm saying. Is that... I don't think that's controversial, is it? Day 16, we gotta do... Shibuya. We're going to Shibuya. Just like Persona 5. Going out is the best. Still questioning if this is your actual screen. Oh, this is part of the game. This is the game. This is not my wallpaper. If you never played this game, yeah, this is not my real desktop. You can actually. There is like a program. What's it called? There is a program that you can make it so that your desktop looks like this. Mine doesn't. This is part of the game. That would be really cool though. Day 16 is okay. Sexy Stream 4. Yeah, I'm skipping all the streams. I've done it before on stream, but it takes a long time. Most playthroughs won't be that long, but my first playthrough playing through all the streams took me like almost 3 hours. Full speed ahead. Agreed. Choose some crazy rich person theme. Let's buy Tiger. Day 17 is watch an ad. Now it's time. Peak question mark. Exactly. I keep trying to. Yeah, YouTube is doing something weird with the ads. They like play it during the stream. Before it was like optional. Like you could click a thing and do an ad break, which was kind of cool. I never did that, but it was kind of cool. But now it's like they play. Oh, I didn't even notice. It's all good. What am I doing now? Oh, we gotta hang out. YouTube used to just be like, okay, when you click on the stream, you'll get an ad. But now they do like mid-roll ads during the stream, and I can't customize like not doing that. So it's like either I can I talk about 6th Sense spoilers? Here's the thing, I don't get it immediately. I'll get it eventually. That's the thing. The best way to support me is by doing like the super chats and everything. I'm not telling you, don't have to. Remember when Ame made me? Yeah, I was so surprised. Exactly. When that first happened, my jaw like dropped because I didn't understand what was like exactly what was going on. I was like, oh, okay. It happened on my first playthrough, and I'm like, this is the game I'm playing. Tweets. Can any of us really quit the internet though? That's so true. So true. Yes, Ame. We all say in unison. I saw a couple going to therapy at the clinic the other day. It is what it is. ASMR 5. Wait, what? Wait, why would I do... Isn't ASMR 5 gonna end the game? Does this end the game? Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, we're all good then. Never mind. We see separated for a little bit. Oh. That one kind of breaks my heart when she says that. And then, oh, actually, here we are, max followers. So now all we have to do is ride to day 20, I think. So yeah, let's hang out. Let's, we got it. No, we're not gonna get freaky. We're gonna go. We're gonna go to therapy. Have you all tried out the Petite Game Collection Volume 1? It's like a spin-off game to this. I played it after I got all of the what's it called? All of the endings. And it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just very short. It is definitely like I felt a little bit cheated when I first played it. I was like, is that really all there is to this thing? And then I found out that this whole game is supposed to be like an old 90s like Windows game, like an old game. So that like game collection is supposed to emulate old like fan CDs that they would do. Huh? Oh, is this it? Oh, I think this is it. Thanks for the support, all you lovely nerds. I found it all the way top of the streaming world. I'm now the god of the internet. I promise to let everyone here on Earth and save all your souls. I'm doing an awesome commemoration stream like no other. Let's get your butts out on my channel right now. Cyber Angel's gonna wrap the whole world up in a big celebration stream. It's gonna be the first and last of its own kind. The world's #1 streamer. Yeah, this is the ending this is my second to last ending, but that you should really play this ending like last before unlocking the true ending. She's the angel that descended upon the chaotic internet and showered light upon all its netizens. She has more than 9,999,199 followers, and she has the cutest face in the whole world. All her critics have been reported to have fainted from her sheer angelic beauty. Be sure to watch the stream. Hey, cutie. I've been waiting for this. Mother marry you. Best in the world stream. Praise K-Angel. K-Angel sneeze compilation. Oh, yeah, there's a mad, too. Praise be to K-Angel. Is the stream gonna be past your bedtimes? Dude, even my grandpa watches K-Angel. Here we go. I'd like this goodbye to be a happy one, at least. Smile now, everyone, and for one last time. Hello. Bless. So I think she just destroyed the planet. Wasn't the internet so much fun? And that was our second to last ending. What is this called? Internet Runaway Angel. True ending, did you say, I love Among Us the game and turns into Among Us? I wish. Do you think Ame has played Among Us? I think she has. Bless. Okay. This is it. This is the true ending. Technically, we didn't do all endings, but we also can't do all endings. Because one of them has to, you have to unconnect, you have to disconnect your Wi-Fi. So obviously that is not going to be able to be done today. But we're going to do the very final ending. The secret ending. And then I'll discuss like what that means and the implications of that. Depending on the time, I might switch over to the other, there's like the Ame dating sim that I could pull up. That is really short, no more than 30 minutes, that I could do. So yeah, let's do it. So the game starts normally. Watch me closely, Peachan. And everything's really weird. Like, oh, what's going on? It's going in... Major spoilers, by the way. Major spoilers if you wanna play this game. Because this recontextualizes everything, okay? The entire thing. So just keep that in mind if you're watching this. If you want to know the true reveal and everything, stop watching now. So anyway, she's like going on. She's doing everything on her own. I feel myself getting more and more into the mindset of a proper streamer. So you're confused because, yeah, I mean, I'm not doing anything. You can see my mouse right now. I'm not doing anything right now. This is all Ame. And she's just going on. See, day 8, day 9. The amount of followers is the perfect amount. I think I'll have more fun with this amount of people. Oh, I didn't touch that. Is the true ending gonna be peak? I think so. I think it was really good. At first I was worried, but it's all working out so far. There are a lot of ways we could potentially go with, but I realize this way is a way better. It's more correct. There's a side of myself that I don't know yet, and I want to get to know her better. Feels like we've entered an endgame. To think it's almost time for me to... Look, I managed to make things work out all by myself, so I don't need you after all. I'm going to find a new future. Aha, I got to 1 mil by myself. Thanks for everything, Pichon. But now I'm going to pursue my own future in my own hands. So, goodbye. And that's it. So major spoilers. Once again, major spoilers for the true ending and the truth for this game, okay? We're gonna start it. I'm sorry. I thought I hit pause on the ads. Oh, I forgot to repause the ads. Okay, I gotta delay it now because this is it. This is the true ending of the game. So if you missed it, we were going through over and over. It was constantly looping. She was going through and she went to day 30 all by herself. She said, I got to everything. I'm gonna pursue my future in my own hands, so goodbye. And she left. So now we can finally close everything. And we can... Oh. There. And now we can open the secrets. Notes on current Pichon. Profile. My favorite person in the world and also my producer. Tells me what to do so we can turn K-Angel into the strongest internet angel. Also supports me emotionally and mentally. I love my Pichon. Thoughts. The current Pichon isn't bad, but I kind of can't deal with people only being nice to me. So I made things work by myself somehow, but it's still not ideal. I'll just make a better Pichon next time. One that's so dreamy that I'll never wake. I think I'll start off with the goal of making marriage material next. Can't wait to live a new life happily married. And this is her final drawing and her final goodbye. Man, I'm getting a little emotional now. I don't know why. Cause I didn't feel this before. She pulled a dad! So, and then that's it. That's the true end. We don't get a splash screen or anything saying like this is the true end of the game or congrats or anything. It just stops. So we have to manually close the game ourselves. So the true ending of the game is that Pichon never existed. we were a figment of Ame's imagination. I don't know if she made us. She really did pull a dad. So the truth is that we as Pichon never existed. We were just, I think it was a part of her that she created because she was so lonely. Either she did that before because of her trauma as a child, or just growing up. That's why we were created as Pichon. So we never existed. I assume K Angel is real. Pichon just isn't. And that's what the true ending and what I interpret as the true meaning of this game is, that there is no, we as the player cannot fix Ame. We can't help Ame because we only make things worse. In the end, and the true ending, she has to pull through and figure things out on her own. And the true ending is where the only ending where the game doesn't technically end on day 30. The game she keeps going with her life after day 30. She'll keep doing whatever she does. It's just, yes, we aren't real. She'll keep going on. She'll keep doing what she does. But we are gone. She never needed us in the first place. Because if you think about it, every ending is bad. Like, we make her do drugs. We harm her instead of her self-harming. We hurt her ourselves. There's a lot of bad that we do. And that's not corrected here, but it is better. And that is I think that is what I interpret as the true message of this game. Is that, like, not true message overall. There's a lot of different commentaries trying to make on the internet and isolation and mental health and drug abuse. But I think the main story of Ame is that she never needed us to begin with. We are the baddies. Yes, we are the imaginary baddies. So yeah, we beat the game. And that's the game. Here, let me. You know what? Let me change the music. We gotta get another music going. Hold on, it didn't work. Hello? The music isn't working? Okay, well, the music isn't working. That is a shame. I was gonna have music playing in the background. Hold on. We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Oh, that's why. There we go. So yeah, that was needy streamer overdose. I mean overload. It is an unforgettable game, I think what I'll say. I didn't get literally every ending. It's not really possible for me to. Some of them are just kind of irritating. But I definitely got all the endings on my own. And if I need to for my video, I'll just record on the side real quick. But yeah, I mean, let me check the other game. So there is it's called Petite Game Collection. And it is a dating sim. One of them is an Ame dating sim where you go around and you hang out with her. I have time. I could play it. Yeah, what do you guys think? Should we switch games? Should we switch to the next game in the series? Because it is pretty short. It's not very long at all. What are our thoughts? Yeah, okay, we'll do it. Let me just get it started. It is very loud if I remember correctly. So I'm probably gonna blow out my eardrums. Okay, here we are. Okay, I'll just show it off real quick. Where is it? Is this it? Oh, I gotta fix everything. I was not planning to do this. Okay. So I'll show it just really quick. So you get a game launcher of different games. There's the Ame's Happy Happy Dating Game. I don't know who this Ame is, but I bet she's pretty cute. Which means you get to go on a date with a cute girl. Isn't that exciting? Then you have Don't Die K-Angel, which is, it's an alright game. It's like a shooter where all of these enemies are coming at you really fast, which is alright. This one is a blockout like breaking game where you it's like a ball that bounces back and forth, and it when you hit all the clothes off of K-Angel, and you win when she's like in her underwear. It's not even translated, so it's kind of whatever. And then K-Angel Room is a just some notes from the developers. So we're gonna do the dating game. Let me pause this and let me get it set up. Okay. It's really loud. Oh my god. My ears. Okay. Testing. Can you hear me? How's the volume? Here, let me turn this all down. There. That should be better. Shouldn't blow out my eardrums this time. Let me get it back. It's good? Okay. Oops, I just lowered my volume. Okay. Yeah, usually I do this before stream. I wasn't planning on playing this game. There. Hello? Oh, come on. Specified window is not a game. What do you mean? Okay. Now can you get the game? Are you kidding me? Okay, it's saying it's not a game. Sorry, I didn't mean to make that gross noise. Okay. Can I do like window capture? I can do window capture. Okay. We gotta improvise real quick. There, let me just do that real quick. And then we'll do window capture. There we go. Okay, now I gotta fix this because it's taking up the entire screen. Did I jump scare you guys? Sorry if I did. Okay. There. Yes. This is a spin-off game. And it's a dating sim. Yeah, it's a visual novel dating sim spin-off. Where you go on a date with Ame. Okay. Hopefully it's working now, and she doesn't like dox me immediately. Oh my god, if she doxes me, it's over, it's done. Okay. There we go. There we go. Now we should be good. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I had to do something completely different this time around to get this game working. Yeah, it's just a new game. Peachon, let's go on a date today. I gotta do all the voice acting. The one who spoke was a well-dressed girl who liked to dream big and call her partner a stupidly cute nickname like Peachon. Her name was Ame, and she was my girlfriend. Her black skirt fluttered around her thighs as she hovered excitedly, sort of like a fly buzzing over a pile of garbage. She made no attempt of hiding her desire for my attention. There is a bit of horror. There is a bad ending. So it isn't horror, but it is like still exploring. That's why I like it. It still explores the themes of the original game. So it isn't entirely like we're gonna put no effort into this. They did put effort into it. There is some good writing and some good lines. One of them like sticks out to me. So this isn't a nothing game. And it's good. It's good bonus content. I do recommend it after you beat the game though. And it was so cute. She knew she was cute, better than anyone in fact. Every single one of her movements was exaggerated from the perfect effort, and it was always worked. She was a star of her own show, running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. She knew she could get away with it too, because of how adorable she was. She wielded her own cuteness like a weapon that could get her anything she wanted. Although she had a childish charm to her, she had a cunning mind of a veteran tactician. Thanks for working so hard for me all the time. I know you fell asleep at your desk because you were up all night editing videos for me, so I kind of feel bad for waking you up, but Ame fidgeted with her hair and looked at me apologetically. Her thick, glossy locks hung into pigtails, and a long fringe that covered half of her face. She could cry all she wanted from her hidden eye, and no one would be none the wiser. It was an extra layer of protection, along with her over-the-top acting. That's my theory, anyway. Legend has it that no one has ever seen the left half of Ame's face. Not even I'm privy to what's underneath her bangs. It's weird seeing Peachon so, like, eloquent, you know, and like, well-spoken. Because obviously Peachon, like, never speaks. Because they're supposed to be us. Alright, sleepyhead, I'm gonna brush my teeth, do my skincare routine, and get changed. You better be ready for a date by the time I'm done. She beamed at me, her smile warm and bright like the sun. She was so beautiful and adorable, like a little flower begging me to pick her. How could I ever say no to her? People say that every beautiful rose has its thorns, but I think it's a little different for Ame. Her arms were covered in thin scars that ran across them haphazardly. If she had thorns, then those thorns were hurting her too. But flowers don't do that, so what would she be instead? Hedgehog. Right? Hedgehog? Hedgehogs have the spikes, right? She's gonna kill us. She doesn't kill us, I'll tell you that. I got both endings of this. I don't want to hear you complaining about this date being too short notice or whatever, okay? Love is unpredictable like that. I don't care if you... Or don't you care about me enough to keep up? A single tear rolled down her cheek from her right eye. All traces of her earlier smile had disappeared as sadness pulled the corners of her lips downwards. She wailed as she swung into a full-blown breakdown. I can't speak. Wow, woohoo! I cannot do an Ame voice. You don't even love me, do you? You're just with me because you want the super chats I squeeze out from my nerd fans. That's called emotional abuse, you know. She sniffled and wiped the tears from her face. Her cheeks took on a pinkish tint as her eyes continued to leak and grow puffy. Rather than diminish her looks, however, it only served to make her already enormous eyes look even bigger. She looks like 10 years younger in this too. It's really weird. Like, she looks like she's in her late teens in the main game, and she looks like she's a middle schooler in this one. It's kind of weird. Of course, all of this was an act too. Ame had perfected the craft of crying on command and making it look really convincing. As a streamer, she needed precise control over her emotions, turning on whatever she wanted like a switch, to elicit certain reactions from her viewers. It was her job to cry and smile with purpose, or even get so riled up she could snap a keyboard in half. I was familiar with all of this as someone who had lived with her and cared for her in a romantic capacity. The fact, it really is, yeah, it is really weird, because like there's nothing to Peachon usually, and then all of a sudden it's like word diarrhea. Just as I knew everything about Ame, I knew that this was a charade she was putting on. I knew that this charade she was putting on was her way of showing her love towards me. I also knew that if I ever saw her crying real tears, it could only mean one thing, that things were over between us. Kill me now. Is it my voicing, like my voice acting, or is it the writing? Or both? But even though I knew this wasn't real, she was still crying, and no proper human being would leave a girl crying. It's not that hard, especially if you know they're trying to manipulate you. Anyways, I had to do something to soothe her. The tears being fake didn't change the fact that she was deeply stressed from streaming every night and desperately needed a break. Putting herself out there on MeTube and social media meant that all eyes were on her. She had worshippers that treated her like a goddess, people who made it their personal mission to poke fun at her, and others who saw her as a sounding board for their emotions. It's probably both, but mostly the writing. It was simple enough to understand how such chaos would eat away at one's mental well-being. But only those who'd been through the same thing could truly empathize. Maybe the money and attention really were as intoxicating as she made it out to be. But even so, could this hell truly be worth it to her? Alright, now that we're going on this date, says me, let's decide on where to go. Choose wisely, because it could make me love or hate you more. Did I also mention that it'll affect what ending you get? Well, now I have. If you ask me, Ame was stuck. Just ignoring that? Okay. So Wattpad core. Yeah. Someone played the original game and did it. Cause that really is, yeah, like, cause you go on dates with Ame in the main game. So this is expanding that and you get to see what happens on those dates. That is what this entire game is. She had real skill and talent. She was a smart girl. Every night she would don her silly costume as the Internet Angel and stream under the name OMG Kawaii Angel. Just K Angel from now on, because saying the full thing every time is way too much effort. Go to the water park or pool. This really is Wattpad. The parentheses. Her streams gathered hundreds of thousands of nerds from all over cyberspace every night. All of the respect, lust, jealousy, hate, love, and boredom that congregated were compiled into a neat little metric known as the viewer count. Then, that number would determine how much money she would receive for her efforts. It didn't matter what intentions her viewers went into her streams with. The important thing was that they became another member for the pile of numbers that ended up as cash in her bank account. And boy, did she have a lot of those numbers. Not to toot my own horn, but I had a very big hand in keeping those figures up. Ame was hugely dependent on me during her daily life, and most of the logistics of her streams were handled by me, too. But that's enough about that. The undeniable thing was, her overwhelming charm was what made her career possible. Stats drove people crazy. Those numbers pushed them to the brink. At some point, Ame must have wondered whether I loved her for who she was or for the numbers she produced. We started off, it's so funny, because she has not said like anything this entire time. She hasn't said anything. She had like 3 lines. Without any money in the equation, I think what we had was genuine love for one another. Now, neither of us could be so sure anymore. On the other hand, it was possible that we were now too close for either of us to unstick ourselves. No matter how hard she tried to ignore it, there would always be one persistent worry at the back of her mind. Maybe I can't be satisfied with my partner anymore. The image of us splitting could be looping in her head. This is just P-chan thinking? Yeah, P-chan, shut up. Yeah, the biggest yapper. It was something. It was something the two of us had to overcome together, though. What does being in a relationship mean? Could we take these steps into the future together, hand in hand? These were the questions we had to face. Ame was a middle school dropout who had a terrible personality and could do stupid things sometimes, but she was always thinking about things, much more than the average person. If her head was really as empty as people like to say, she would have never had made it so big as a streamer. I thought it was about to say Ame was a middle schooler. I'm like, I'm going to jail. Someone call Chris Hansen. She was the kind of... It really is. She was the kind of person... I gotta get back into character. She was the kind of person who would rather be direct and spring a surprise date on her partner than try some elaborate scheme to bait me into one. There was the hope that the element of surprise would bring back the butterflies we both felt when we started dating too. From a practical angle, it was also a good way to assess how one's partner would deal with an unexpected and potentially stressful situation. I mean, we'd all want someone who can handle both well, right? Plus, I'm not really one to talk. I chose this after all. OMG, wait, so we're actually going? Ame's eyes sparkled like 1,000 diamonds. I didn't care if this was an act or not. I wanted to believe that underneath her long bangs, her left eye was also shining like the brightest star in the sky. Yay, I'm so excited! Whatever happens to us in the future, I just want us to be happy. Okay, let's pick a place to have our dates. Peach-chan, I'll go wherever you go. Unless it's jail, then no. So these are the different places. To my understanding, there's only 2 endings. So we'll do the first ending, and then we'll do the bad ending. I could take Peach-chan in a fight. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be Fight Club. Like, you are not gonna be fighting anyone. Taking your girlfriend to a local arcade is like the IRL equivalent of taking a girl in a dating sim, trawling for secondhand PC parts, and then tanking your affection meter. But it's a bold choice. Nice one, Peach-chan. We're already not normal, so why pretend to be? Chilling at an arcade together is peak. I'm ready to get my game on. I knew it was a bit of a gamble, but good thing Her Highness seemed pleased. We gawked at the giant coin-pushing games and their bright lights, mused about how old school games like those crocodile smashing ones were probably the gateway, and enjoyed everything the arcade had to offer. How pretentious do you have to be to call an arcade machine coin pushing? Like, I'm sorry, this is okay. It was a wholesome establishment, perfect for families, which meant that there were none of the usual nerds there. Just a quiet corner of town with nothing weird going on. Kind of feels like we're teenagers who just started dating. For 2 youngsters who wanted to go somewhere fun, but A, didn't have that much money, and B, had half of the city blocked off to them as minors, game arcades were the ideal date spot. Much fun could be had for a few hundred yen, and photo booths just hit different, even though all of us had smartphones and a million photo apps now. Plus, the really big and fancy arcades sometimes had bowling alleys or pool tables in case anyone wanted to flex for their girl. Ah, youth. Not that I really know what that feels like, since no one at school would have dated either. I cannot speak. I'd always come here alone to practice fighting games and gun blam, and like so many guys would come up to me and be like, "Oh, you want me to teach you? Like, I could play co-op with you on gun blam if you want." Like, ew, nobody asked. But okay, but even though I hated how patronizing they were, not gonna lie, I still kind of liked the attention. Ame sat down in an old, worn-out cabinet and began fiddling with the joystick and buttons, perhaps recalling a combo that some guy taught her long ago. I couldn't really blame those nerds for approaching her the way they did, as annoying as it much. Huh. My voice is kind of going out. A beautiful girl in an arcade was like a fresh spring in the desert, especially for the people seeking refuge from their daily lives. It was only human for them to approach and call out to such beauty and wonder. Now that I think about it, those nerds were probably really just lonely, huh? Ame continued to tap and flick away, cycling through different combos. None of them had any effect on the game, of course, as no coins had been inserted. The demo screen played on, oblivious to any input. I mean, if you just wanted to verse someone, you could easily do that online. They must have been really starved for human contact if they bothered to come all the way to the arcade in real life. You get a sense of kinship fighting with other outcasts who'd also been rejected at school and work, you know? Just the both of you here in the darkness of the arcade, punching it out. I think this is how all fighting games should be played, online. You wouldn't know who you were going against, just climbing the ranks mindlessly. But here, you can just peek around the corner and see your rival. Whatever, not that I care. Ame stood up suddenly and walked deeper into the bowels of the shop. Oh gee, there's K-Angel merch in the claw machines! Go me! She wasn't alone anymore. There was no more waiting for awkward nerds to hit on her as she sat alone at a cabinet. She had a partner, and all the fans and followers in the world filling the emptiness in her heart. I don't think we're really the kind of people to blow all our money on claw machines or verse each other on racing games like the other screeching couples, though. I wish they had a merry-go-round here. Let's go home. But I had fun. I think this will become one of those days that I will come back onto me once in a while when I see something random. We left the bright lights and the loud noises of the arcade behind us. If we wanted a game, if we ever wanted a game, we could just hop on our phones and find something to play with. I'm not doing a K-Angel voice. Hello cuties, it's K-Angel, the arcade angel. What did you all get up to today? I went to an arcade. It wasn't huge or famous or anything, but I passed by it while I was on my walk and I decided to go in myself. And guess what, guys? I saw a claw machine with my merch in it. It was very exciting. I saw some schoolgirls there talking about how cute they were and how much they wanted some. I was so happy I almost stepped in to catch for them myself. But man, arcade goer demographics have changed so much. It was such a nice arcade, but there wasn't a single nerd in sight. I bet it's cause you guys are all cooped up at home gaming instead of going outside to play games. Who else will fill the dark, dingy corners of the arcade if not for you all? Who else is going to stand around with their arms folded like bison and backseat game the whole time? Then go out for ramen together with the other randos whose real name you don't even know. You guys gotta start pretending like you're in Umehara's manga and go out and do this. I'm begging you. Like, that sounds like so much fun. I almost wish I could do that too. I guess nowadays pro gamers are celebrated so much that they've lost their gloomy nerdy reputation, but you know, I think it's kind of sad that they have to act all professional and stuff now that big money's on the line. I mean, people usually become gamers because they'd rather not deal with the real world, and they go to the arcade to meet their little group of nerds who feel the same way, right? It wasn't much, but it was their slice of joy, because now they have to deal with the real world because they play games. Because they are games. Plus, I bet there's a whole bunch of people who would love nothing more than to play games with others, but are forced to stay in the dark because they can't or don't want to act all hyped for the big companies and stuff. Anyway, that's just my thought of the day from the visit to the arcade. I'm talking to just ignore me. You haven't gone outside in a while, then do it. Go play a game with someone you can see face to face, but shower, okay? Shower first, okay? Promise you will. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bless. There's a lot of nothing, I feel. He had so much fun yesterday. Where will you take me next? Surprise me. So you can go down the list of of things. So you're just supposed to go through all of them. From Nakano Station, if you left through the north exit and walked to the end of the Nakano Sun Mall, you would find yourself face to face with a mixed residential and commercial building. Hey, this is Nakano Broadway, known for being the mecca for nerdy stuff. I love this place. Nice choice, Pichan. Akiba's practically baby stuff compared to Nakano. It's time to get really freaky and geeky. No, don't get freaky! This is the kind of place that's best enjoyed once a month. We stepped inside, ready to be swept up by its holy corridors. Making it to Nakano Broadway could be, for people like us, a pilgrimage. Entering its hollowed halls made us devout believers of subcultures, regardless of whether or not the visitors had that kind of mindset. By the way, if you didn't know, the ground floor, better known as the first floor, is used as a thoroughfare, but keep going north and you'll eventually end up at Araiyakushi side. There, you will find nary a nerdy shop. Those who are unaware of the location status as a nerd hub would be none the wiser. Unlike Akihabara, where the nerdiness was spread throughout, it was only concentrated in one spot at Nakano. Wow, the first floor actually looks kind of normal, except for that giant mandrake, anyway. Look, there's even some stairs that'll go down to the supermarket. JK, there's a shop selling gacha and Pouchmon cards, too. This place is nerdy as hell. OMG, a shop that's always having closing down sales to draw customers in. I thought they'd all died out in Akiba, but looks like there's still got some. Oh my god, I'm getting tongue twisted right now. It was crowded here on the first floor, but of course it was, as any thoroughfare would be. As such, this was where all the normie shops were. You'd only start seeing the really nerdy stuff from the second floor up. Also, if you plan on visiting the second floor, make sure you take the stairs. The lift will take you straight to the third floor, so watch out. I can't even imagine how many people have missed the second floor because they didn't know about this. Whether expert knowledge, or maybe coincidental luck, Ame bounced over to the stairs and headed up without even giving the normie shops so much as a second glance. Ooh, look at all these trading cards and old books. And there's anime girl anime girl plastics, vinyl figures, doujinshis, and eroge. They really got everything here, huh? Dang, this game shop's got some really good stuff. There's stacks of really rare retro games in the window. Well, that's expensive. Well, duh. They would be. Everyone who works here probably has all the good stuff memorized. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to score some bargains like those local secondhand shops that just slap prices on whatever. Sad. Ame probably already knew that she'd have no luck, but held out hope anyway in case she could score something good for her stream. She was probably talking this much to practice for what she'd say tonight too. Truth be told, there were rarely. This is why I don't read visual novels on stream, because I trip over every word. Whenever I make videos, I always spend so long recording because I take forever just trying to like say the one word. Okay. Truth be told, there are rarely any places left that would sell rare things for cheap. I can't with Fancy Peach on. Exactly. I guess because at least I know how to read. No, I'm only pretending. The shops that lasted this long were able to do so because they knew the highest price they could sell their stock at. Plus, the places that tried to beat their competition by listing their items below market value would get their goods snapped up so quickly you'd hardly have time to blink. Not to say that bargain hunting was impossible these days, because it wasn't, but you'd have to be incredibly lucky. Ooh, there's even cafes here. Maybe I should just retire and open a chill cafe here. Oops, don't tell anyone I said that, okay? Nakano Broadway was an old building with over 55 years of history. The call for its demolition could happen any day, so running a shop that needed a lot of time to build a customer base here, like a cafe, was a risky gamble. Thankfully, it was not enough to stop those who truly loved these holy grounds. The nerdiness is even stronger up here, with all the Gun Blam and Writer exclusive shops. You won't really see this even in Akiba. This place is basically nostalgia heaven for parents. I can see them buying toys here so they can live out their glory days vicariously through their kids. But I guess the kids would be happy to be surrounded by so many books and toys. This is a weird place for sure, but maybe that's why a lot of families come here. This place has probably turned hundreds of kids into geeks who grow into robot and toku-loving adults. The circle of life and all, huh? Being the central hub for Nakano wasn't the only reason this place saw a lot of families. There was also a huge park right next door, where the light of Nakano gathered in the form of couples and families, creating a big yin and yang town. To any dark nerds who wish to avoid such light, visiting on the weekday would probably be your best bet. Ooh, look at this bookstore! They got some really controversial stuff here. Ah, opening a shop for fellow freaks. Don't say that, Ame! Would be pretty cool, too. Ame babbled on excitedly, pointing and gesturing in a frenzy. She'd completely gone off the deep end, sucked in by all the nerd stuff. The highest floor just hits different. It really feels like the good old days are perfectly preserved here. Unlike the second floor, which you could easily reach after climbing one flight of stairs, and the third floor, which the elevator went straight to, the fourth floor was a special place that you could only reach if you wanted to. You couldn't just get there from some coincidence or mistake. It was special in another way too. It housed a chaotic concoction of vintage Showa-era toys, manga, and magazines. There was even an arcade well known for still running a bunch of niche retro cabinets. Even from the first glance, you could immediately sense that the shops here were paradise for a select portion of nerds. Look, they even got anime cells here. Ooh, I love CCs. This is so cool. Hey, you ever think about how cells aren't sold as merch, so the ones in the market were sold by some animator who needed some pocket money? I mean, it's cool that animators will get a chance to own a piece of the series they love, but it sort of gives me mixed feelings, you know? It's kind of like how if I saw someone selling something I autograph for them, I'd be pretty annoyed. But on the other hand, they could be selling it because they're really strapped for cash and they wouldn't be selling it if they couldn't help it. Also, it could be their family members selling it for them because they passed away. If a collector passed, the family could sell their things to a secondhand shop like Mandrake or shut them away from in a closet somewhere. And outside, it wouldn't be able to tell if it would be more respectful to sell their things or keep them. However, what they would know is that either option would be better than bagging them up and throwing them away. Cells definitely were just sold for pocket money, though. Oh well, it's none of my business. I'm just gonna grab a Dejiko cell and go home. Once she left the shop with her purchase, she nodded and headed for the stairs. It seemed like she'd had her fill of nerdiness for the day. Excuse me. Now that she spent the day surrounded by nerd stuff, her streams would probably reflect that too. Or maybe they wouldn't. One thing for us I was sure of, though. If she showed this side of her more, she'd attract even more annoying fans. Sure, maybe there's some more merit to taming them into K-Angel's fans. But was it really worth it when they had the emotional intelligence of a 5-year-old? I'm tired for walking around all day, so no stream tonight. I'm gonna stare at my cell all night and then sleep. I'm never gonna tell my nerds that I got one. Otherwise, they would get on me about how to properly store it and display it. Hehe, I had so much fun yesterday. I don't know if I can handle this. Oh, okay, we're gonna do the hospital. No, we're gonna try and finish this. The hospital has such a good quote that I really like. Are you seriously taking me to the hospital for a date? You're lucky you have me, because any other girl will have dumped you straight away. Okay. I just have to say, okay? This outfit. Oh my god. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about it. It's just, it is amazing. This outfit is so good. That's all I'll say. I mean, it's fine. I'm nearly out of meds anyway, so it's good timing. You planned this date because of that, didn't you? You're always so on top of things. Thanks, Pichan. Today, we're at the psych ward. Ame often came here to pick up her various pills and prescriptions. She had SSRIs, stronger stuff for her really bad days, sleeping pills, medicine to stop her from suddenly recalling things that were too painful to remember, all sorts of things. If she ever ran out of those, she'd have to play the dangerous game of facing reality on her own. Since Ame's pills were running low, I decided to bring her here before things got out of hand. Doesn't it seem counter... Here is the quote. Where's my screenshot button? I don't have it. No! I messed up! I can't believe I just missed it. Okay, I have it here. Doesn't it seem counterintuitive to have a system where people who struggle with doing things on time all the time had to pick up their meds on time all the time? That is such a real quote. Like, that is such a good quote. I love that quote so much. I gotta keep that with me. The ward accepted many... Oh, there's a log here. Hey, you think about people you see in the waiting rooms? I think the ones I see here are especially unique. The ward accepted many patients with tough cases, so the waiting room could be quite confronting, too. Most of them weren't that out of the ordinary, though. It seemed like old folks that played their Game Boys even though it was released way past their time. Those who wandered back and forth in the corridors like NPCs, and kids who clung to their mothers, unmoving and unspeaking. As different as they were, there was one thing that they all had in common. They were all living with unthinkable traumas that regular, mentally healthy folk couldn't even begin to imagine. I've been telling you, my ideas keep getting stolen. Every day, my famous mangakas. I'm the one who originally invented the dark fantasy genre. I've already told you this before. There was a man, middle-aged perhaps, in a room somewhere, shouting, probably arguing with his doctor. It was to be expected in this ward. All the other staff seemed used to it. Anyone who wanted to work here would no doubt have to be able to take those kinds of outbursts calmly without affirming or denying them. The man raged on, still inflamed by the plagiarism he confessed that was happening. It's happening all the time on that website, Shosetsuka Ninaro, that everyone can post their light novels to. They've all reading my stories, and then stories there and ripping me off, except the ones that get anime adaptations. Even the ones that get anime adaptations, except their MCs are all dookie and bland. Hopefully I'm not peeking my mic. His shouting went on for a good while. Ame stared at the door that it seemed to be coming from, her face peaceful and composed. Everyone here is fighting their own battles the best they can. It's tough when your worst enemies and best friends both come from inside of your own head. You see that foreshadowing, by the way? Just letting you know. I know what it feels like. There was a time where it felt like I had insects buzzing around in my head all day long. They would all fly around, excuse me, and screech and cause me all sorts of grief. I probably screamed like that man too, just to stop hearing them for a second. I fought that battle alone too, just like he probably is. I watched intrigued as Ame's face grew solemn. It was a rare sight to behold. I laid my hand on top of hers and laced our fingers together. If someone cut the two of us out of context right now, we'd just be like any other couple, enjoying each other's company side by side. However, we weren't like any other couple. I mean, how many others out there would spend their date at a psych ward? It didn't matter to me though, or Ame. We were both perfectly fine with spending our time here. For people who have to tough it out alone, they must really hate me for having someone like you with me. Maybe they'd even curse me for being blessed with such an adorable face too. I wouldn't blame them if they hated me for building a name for myself and earning money through my streams by using my outcast energy to attract fans and sympathy. I must be something like a class traitor to them. If they were pointing behind my back and saying I was faking it all for clout, I wouldn't blame them at all. I don't know how much I can handle this. I'll be honest, chat. I think I'm going to call it after this one. What do you guys think? I certainly feel like it on most days, but who would I be if I didn't turn my mental illness into a business? I'd just be a stupid middle school dropout. I have my good looks too, but they can only get me so far in this cruel world. I only got so big as K-Angel because of my hard work, and I won't let anyone talk down to me about all the time and effort I've invested. Whatever, that's all fluff anyway. Having a partner like you who would keep tabs on my meds and take me to get more when I'm nearly out automatically makes me more privileged than half the people here on Earth. I wouldn't have the right to even look at the man beyond that door in the eye. Ame chuckled softly, resigned. Her face grew dark as she fell silent, gripping my hand back. Hey cuties, it's K-Angel, your totally normal internet angel who has a super normal brain. What did you all get up to today? I went to the upstairs doctor for the first time in a while today. Aren't I good? Well, it's really nothing special. We should normalize getting professional help when we need it. Anyways, I took my meds earlier, so if I seem a bit... Excuse me, my nose is getting like stuff. Hold on. Sorry, I suddenly got extremely congested out of nowhere. Okay. Anyways, I took my meds earlier, so if I seem a bit out of it, that's why. If I say something weird, no I didn't, but if I did, just give me a gentle poke in the comments. Make sure to take your meds, chat. The place I go to is pretty well known, actually. I looked up my symptoms, just picked a doctor that seemed like they would get it. So whenever I go, I see a lot of people like that myself there. The surprising thing is, if you look at the hospital's review, the doctors they're actually super bad. They're all like, the doctors never take me seriously. They're all quacks. Well, I guess all online reviews are kind of like that. But you know, the people writing them probably weren't in their best state of mind, and yet they continue to go to that hospital. When you think about it, wouldn't all those low reviews actually mean the place is good then? I know it's good for me because the staff there listen to me and make me feel okay. My point is, the reviews are so bad because the patients feel like they can express themselves however they like, which is actually a good thing. The world can be a tricky place, huh? Anyway, if any of you are going through it right now, I hope you can find a professional that you can vibe with. But before that, get yourself something warm to drink and bury yourself in your comfy bed and get a good night's sleep. I'm gonna send you all to bed now, so get ready. That's so true, yeah, she is. Good night now, my little nerds. Bless. Go to therapy! Get help! In a good way. We're halfway through. I don't think I'll be streaming this again. I think, let's see, so I'm just gonna get the bad ending, and I'll get the good ending later. So you have to do all the other events before you do the child at home. Ka-tunk, ka-tunk. The train clacked on as it carried the two lone passengers forward, towards Ame's child at home. She really spoke about her family and never even explained where their house was, exactly. However, despite that, Pichan still suggested they visit. Regardless of whether heaven or hell was waiting for them, it was a life partner's duty to follow their other half into it. I was scared of being happy. I mean, look at me. I might be cute and pretty, and sometimes my brain cells kind of work, but I'm not exactly someone who deserves to be happy. Every time I thought about it, I felt like I was being crushed by a weight on my chest. I wanted to go to the beach. Yeah, this is sad. This is the bad ending. It comes back to every time K-Angel gets more followers and pure fans who genuinely like her. I keep thinking that karma will get me for it one day, and whenever I go to bed, I can't help but think that I'm going to wake up to a flame war and everything will come crashing down. Ame sometimes woke up. You just want that beach episode? I'm spoiling it. She doesn't change into a swimsuit or anything. Not that I blame you. I hate to disappoint you. She doesn't wear a swimsuit or anything. She wears her normal outfit. Ame sometimes woke up in the middle of the night screaming, perhaps escaping from a punishment worse than death that her mind had conjured up. The better her life was during her waking hours, the worse her nightmares would become. I can't do this. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Ka-dunk, ka-dunk. The train clacked on as it continued to carry the 2 lone passengers forward. Ame trembled inside the swearing carriage, but that huge machine did nothing to comfort her. Trains took no feelings, only electric currents that took commands and inputs from its human driver. She could be scared for her life, and the train would still be completely oblivious to it. No way I could be happy. What kind of messed up world would let a low life like me find joy? I'm just a useless sack of flesh that no one could ever truly love. Ame hunched over and cradled her head in her arms, her body twitching as she tried to hold back her emotions. The noise and the pain attacking her was like a swarm of flies, blocking out the person beside her, the one that loved her. It was so unbearable that Ame was starting to forget where she was. Help me. I'm so stupid. Do I scream? Hold on, let me turn my gain down. Hello? Ah! How was that scream, guys? Was that too loud? I want to throw up. I feel like I'm lying to everyone. I tricked them. I tricked all of them. Did I scare you with that? Was that... I just opened up Chrome. I meant to switch tabs. No! I trick all of them into thinking I'm an angel, reel them in my sweet talking, and turn out their genuine love into money for myself. I show them some... Was that too loud? I turned my gain all the way down. I forgot my windows are open, so hopefully no one was like walking on the street outside. I just heard me scream really loud. I show them some skin knowing they'll throw themselves at me, and all I can say, and I say all the things I know they want to hear. Also, they can boost my ego and bank account. How could a girl like me ever be allowed to be happy? My past self, who'd roll up in bed and scroll the internet endlessly, would never forget someone like that. She could travel to the future, she'd come and hit me. It's strange. I'm the only one that I could ever undo. I'm the only one that I could ever undo that. But I feel nothing but rage and contempt for myself. Ame screamed, her voice piercing the air. This grotesque, twisted form was the true nature of the angel who charmed hundreds upon thousands of fans all over the world. Her expectations and emotions ran wild. Her mind fell apart at the worst of times. And when she troubled anyone else, her guilt would crush her and she would scream and cry out in an attempt to block everything else. She was like a young and immature beast that was not quite human. That was how she saw herself, or rather, how she thought she ought to see herself. In truth, the true emotion that laid at the heart of it all was that she loved herself. She was so drunk on her own love that it made exposing this unsightly part of herself bearable. Her mind was always intoxicated by one thing or another. Right now, it was the unfortunate part inside that rejected all happiness for herself. She made herself feel better by acting the role of a tragic and beautiful young woman who had gone off the rails and tormented herself with the irony of it all. The people online were right about me, being a low-life scum who begged for scraps by pandering and sucking up and lying to others. I'm sorry for ever talking trash about anyone. I'm sorry for looking down on you people, but I'm not the only bad guy here. Just because I seem to have a good life going for me with a partner and fans who love me doesn't mean they have to attack me. The internet has plenty of other people who hide there because their lives are empty and hollow. So why me? Isn't it worse to do nothing with your life? Is it such a crime for me to get lucky? I took this gamble knowing that if I made one wrong step, I'd be ridiculed for the rest of my life and be forced to live as a plaything. Why can't people see that? I deserve at least a pat on the back for that. Ame shook her head and swung her shoulders around. Her entire sense of self was jacked in the internet, to an entire world watching and picking her apart 24/7. Day in and day out, You should have done this. You should have done that. You suck. You're disgusting. We're going to plaster your name everywhere and then slash it to shreds. She was fighting with the fans and haters every day anyway. She wanted nothing more than for it to stop. And the only person who could do that was her partner, Picha. However, not even a romantic presence could get through to her heart. The anxiousness that plagued her hung around her like a thick fog. But what would happen if she was the only person in the world she could trust? Her swelling ego would toss her aside. What if she were the only one to tie her first instead? Or what would happen to both of them at the same time? As much as we wanted to believe otherwise, love was not infallible. They were incompatible in many ways. Ame had managed to become K-Angel, an internet sensation with the world wrapped around her little finger. But Pichan was just an average person off the street. If Ame left first, then she would take everything with her. However, on the other hand, Pichan could become the single weapon that could kill the K-Angel mythos and expose her for everything she was. The doubts would start to rise. Was this person the right one to share everything with? Am I doing the right thing by trusting someone else and revealing my past roots and my childhood home to them? But love is a fragile thing. The moment you start to question it is when it all begins to fall apart. Trust is the single component, keeping lust, thoughts of using your partner, and all those other vague thoughts in check when in love. And you can't buy it back once you start losing it either. Now that the irreversible had happened, it wasn't hard to imagine where these two were heading. Things were still fine as long as the train was still running, but it was closing in on its final stop, where the two would have no choice but to alight. They'd have to face each other whether they liked it or not, and confront their own hearts too. The hearts that doubted and took advantage of the one they were supposed to trust in. The guilt, the self-awareness, was getting bigger and bigger. The train carrying Ame was starting to slow. In 10-20 seconds, it would reach its goal. Once it stopped, Ame would find herself at the gates of hell. She couldn't bear to look in reality in the eye without the inebriation of her own ego, and the brakes were the best hanger cure she could ever detest. Excuse me. Her mind sped up, brewing an apocalypse within its fold. A few thoughts began to bubble. What would happen if she abandoned Pichan? Didn't they still love each other? Even if she left, wouldn't they try to piece things back together? There would be salvation, sweet, convenient salvation, and absolute destruction, all two sides of the same coin of illusion. Her mind was a mess. The announcement blared through the train. In a few seconds, the train was going to stop at its final destination, the hell of self-awareness. Goodbye, and hello to the beginning of the inevitable end of the dream. Kill me, please. The wheels grinded to a halt. And that's the end. Yeah, I'm gonna call it there. That was the bad ending. I don't think I can handle the good ending, I'll be honest. Like, not that the good ending is good. It was heartwarming. Quitting the game. It was heartwarming. It was nice. The issue is that it's just long. So I'm not going to play it. Whew. I feel a little lightheaded. I wasn't talking correctly during that. Did Ame die? Yeah, I think she died in that ending. So yeah, that was you know, petite game collection. It was nice, but I can't take it anymore. Yeah, I agree. I didn't know my voice was that bad. Fancy talk, Pichan. Yeah, it's just like I want to know more about what's going on in Ame's head and not Pichan. Like I don't care about Pichan because they're supposed to be us anyway. So like I don't care what's going on there. But yeah, that was the end of the Needy Streamer Overload streams. I've streamed this game like 5 times, like 2 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, thank you for sticking around. If you were here for a couple streams, that was, you know, very cool. Thank you so much. I've started working on my next video. I started scripting it. It's been kind of slow, the work. But you know, I'm getting into it. I'm just trying to get back into the groove of writing the scripts. I'm aiming to get it done before July ends, the whole video, but I can't make any promises yet. But yeah, you know, that's it for today's stream. I'll stream again. That's 100%. I'll stream again, but like, what will I stream? I don't know. I should just subscribe when you start streaming. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what I'm gonna do next, besides, you know, starting the next video. I'd like to stream again sometime, but you know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's it from me. See you all next time. Thanks. Bye bye.